I'm Reina, editor and co-founder of Zardozi, and I want to tell you 5 reasons why my sister and I started Zardozi, this global platform for Indian, Pakistani, Sri Lankan, and Bangladeshi women. And I think one of the first and most obvious reasons is South Asian fashion. When we were going to Garba, that was also our opportunity, and one of the days where my sisters and I were actually allowed to wear makeup. So I'm kind of embarrassed to admit that there was a lot of very light blue eyeshadow going on with a very bright red or pink lip. Reason number 2 is the cuisine. And I was lucky enough to spend a couple months with my grandmother. Every morning she would wake up and ask me what I wanted to eat. So Nani would cook and I would watch her and bring out my little notebook and write down some notes about, you know, what spices she was putting in, this or that, which dal, which curry. And of course she never gave me exact measurements, they never do. And my food has never quite turned out exactly like Nani's. And I think my dad is right when he says that moms and grandmas put that extra little pinch of love in their food, and that's just that extra ingredient that makes their food taste so good. Languages. It's so interesting to me how in South Asia there are so many different languages and dialects. You could have someone speaking Urdu and then another person standing next to them speaking Malayalam, and they are not going to understand each other. In case you can tell from my accent, I was born in Toronto, Canada, but Zardozi is global and is for all us women that are trying to embrace our heritage, our cultures. And that's one thing that our parents taught us. They said, you live in Canada, you need to be a Canadian, you need to learn how to skate, which I'm very terrible at, by the way. But you also, and speak French, bonjour, but you also need to learn about your culture. And so for us, that meant making rangolis for Diwali and going to the Garba competitions and learning to speak Gujarati and just learning how to wrap a sari. And these are all things that really made us who we are, and really something that we celebrate at Zardozi, because we feel like we have one foot in the West and one foot in the East, and it's that fusion of all these different cultures that makes us so unique. Reason number 5, and I think this is the most important one, is sisterhood. I grew up with 2 sisters, no brothers, and you know the typical South Asian comments that people would make to my parents, like, oh, do you have any sons? Why don't you have any sons? But my parents never raised us that way. They always said that we could achieve the exact same things that boys could, and they taught us to be very strong, successful, and independent, which is exactly what all of you are, and that's something that we definitely want to celebrate at Zardozi, and we want to expand that sisterhood to all of you. We want to create this movement of Zardozi women, so we're so happy that you're joining along with us on this journey.